live. Got the notification. Hey guys, I actually thought that I would try to send out a reminder. Are you going, baby? Yeah. All right. Love you too, baby. Bye. So I was going to put out a notification that I was going live, and then it kind of crept up on me a little bit, and I wanted to do it, actually, I wanted to try to do it at 8:30, but I didn't get through with my shower and drying my hair and stuff until just now. So I am going to prep my face. I'm using my Seint setting spray. I just spray it in my hands, and then I just put it all over my face. And this helps really give a good canvas for my makeup to stick to. Oh my goodness. I have not dried my hair in so long, people. I really haven't. I'm just going to pull it back because it's not styled. It's just mousy. It needs to be recolored. I'm going to get it out of my face. I go to bed with it soaking wet every time. And I thought, I'm going to dry my hair because I'm not going to get on here and be soaking wet, because that's like the worst when you look soaking wet. Okay, so guess what? I'm Susie with Seint Beauty. We are going to do some quick makeup tonight. If you are interested, all you got to do is just shoot me a message. I have links all around everywhere where you can actually submit a color match form, or you can just send me a direct message and I can say, send me your picture, and I can tell you what you'll need. It is simple as that. I will make the process as easy as possible. And it's cream 3D foundation that just kind of pops into this little magnetic palette. You get to pick the size of your palette. You kind of get to pick how much do you want to spend. Do you want to spend an arm and a leg? Sure, we can. But to be honest, you can really get started, what I feel like, for a great starter package for around 100 to 120 bucks, and get you a full face. And it lasts so long because it takes very little. Even though these tins, they're not big, but it only takes just a little bit of it. So let's just go and get started. All right. I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to do. I've not went live in a while. I've not been going live on Friday nights because we do have football games, and just kind of get some bed. I just primed my face. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids too. I like to use this. My cousin sells Pharmacy, and this is their what's it called? ProtoFit eyeshadow primer. It is the absolute best. The texture of it is amazing. So if you're interested in that, I can send you her link. I have, believe it or not, will get messages everywhere. Not tons, but I've gotten a good many of them where people's like, I want that, and I'll just send her a link because it's 10 bucks. But man, what I like about it is not only does it give you a great canvas for your eyeshadow, but it also, when it dries almost kind of like a powdery finish, so you really don't even have to set it with a powder like some of them do. I love the way that it dries. And then my eyeshadow just, it pops and then it stays on. It's like the best. So if you have a Pharmacy rep, it's called ProtoFit. ProtoFit. And then if you don't, send me a message and I'll give you my cousin's link. Okay. So I think tonight I'm going to actually use maybe the 3D brush. I never use this. Never use this. Sorry, I got a message. And we're just going to get started. I'm going to do contour first. What I like about this brush, it's very underused for me. I don't use it as much as I should, because I am obsessed with these two. These are my favorite brushes. But they all do good. And every time I use one, I think, man, why don't I use this one more? So this one doesn't get enough love. And this one was the OG. This is the one that started when Seint Beauty started. I think it's it was like you could get like a 4 palette, not a lot of colors to choose from and stuff, but now we've expanded, so I'm going to use this. All right. We're just going to dive in. I think I'm going to use the color Indigo. Isn't that crazy scary? Yeah, we're all right. We're going to use it. And I'm going to tell you, you cannot, believe it or not, really mess this up. When you put it on and you think, oh, what have I done? It's so easy to fix. Because it is cream, it just moves with your skin, and you kind of put it where you want it. If you want to set it with a powder, because you can treat it like a traditional foundation. But the great thing about this, and look guys, I'm just barely tapping in here, but the great thing about this is that it is perfect for mature skin where you have wrinkles or fine lines and stuff, because the cream doesn't settle in them. It just moves with your skin. And so look at that bad boy. I don't think I've had a pimple in a couple of years probably. I got one now. I've been stressed. I've had a crazy work week. I'm just going to do a little bit on my nose on the sides. This color Indigo is really warm. It kind of pulls a little red, but God, it's really pretty on. And so even though I'm not the darkest skin, I'm not super tan or anything, you still can wear it. So I'm just kind of going to show that you can use whatever. I'm also going to outline my lips with Indigo, but I'll do that in a minute. So, I mean, I've done a quick contour. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. You can swap it on, or you can kind of blend as you go. And I'm doing both. I mean, look at that guy. Oh my gosh. He came to hang out. All right, and now I'm going to use the color Sandy. That's going to be my main all over highlight shade. We call them highlights, whereas most people would call them a foundation. I mean, it's a foundation system because it's meant to really, you put it where you want to. You don't have to layer it. You can layer, it's buildable, but you really just a little bit goes a long way, so you don't have to do it. And it all works together to bring the magic. And the funny thing about it is I feel like when I slap it on sometimes and I don't take my time doing it, I like the results a lot better than when I sit here and try to really just make it perfect. If I can do this, anyone can. Okay. So that's it. That's my face, right? Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a brightening highlight. I'm going to use the color Sunlit. And then I'm going to flip over to this little pointy end. And I'm just going to kind of stamp it. Not even wore makeup in the last several days. Oh my gosh, I have looked like a complete hag. And I kind of wasn't feeling, you know when you just don't feel it or whatever, but I was like, I gotta go live. I just don't do it enough. And it's so fun to learn and to watch that. I think that's where the interest comes, because people's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? That looks terrible. And in the end, it's like, well, it looks good. It don't look like it did. And so I really need to be going live more. But I've just been busy, and then sometimes when I'm not busy, I'm not feeling it, you know? So if I ain't feeling it, then I'm like, so today I was like, I am going live. I used to do it every single Friday night. And then life happened. Okay, so I've got my brightening color. I just did that down the center of my face just because I want it to be I'm just kind of going over this a little bit. I want the center of my face to just bring a little bit of light and kind of draw the attention. And really, y'all, don't look at my hair because it is flat as a flitter, as my mama would always say. Flat as a flitter, and I probably could do something a little cuter to it. Don't hair always make makeup look good too? Let me do that. A cheetah child always look good, right? Even if this is loose and flopping in the wind. Just makes me feel better. Oh yeah, my makeup looks so much better now. So glad I did that. Oh, I'm sorry, Zunia. I'm seeing your message and I did not, I didn't say I was going live on my Facebook. There's only 2 places I go live, either my Facebook or my Instagram. Okay, I'm just kind of blending this in now. I'll put a little bit more down the center of my nose. Makes me look like I've got all this volume all of a sudden, doesn't it? And I have none. My hair is so thin. Well, now I screwed that up. Let me restart that over. That makes me feel better. All right. So now I'm going to use a little bronzer. So I'm going to flip over to this middle layer, and I've got my bronzer, Illuminator, some lip and cheeks, and I'm going to bronze. And I'm just popping it on that brush. I'm going to mix it a little bit with my Illuminator just so I get a little glow. And I did not go heavy on my contour because not everybody is super comfortable with doing a contour. And usually when I do color match, I don't start off giving just a super dark color because people's like, but there's a lot of people that are not comfortable with it that will end up always, not always, but a lots of times coming back and getting a little more daring or being like, okay, I think I want a darker color now. But that contour really does just give you a little bit more definition. And when it gives you that, because our face is 3D, so then you'll go in and you put that extra little shadows here, and then it just kind of brings some life and definition, and then the bronzer is just that icing right on that cake. I'm gonna bronze my neck too, just a little, because it's always lily white. Now, if you did not want to do a blush, you would be totally fine like this. But we're going to do blush. So right now, what I'm going to do the next step is I'm going to take my Perfector sponge, this stamp. I ran it under some water. I squeezed it a few times, and then I squeeze it in a towel to get any excess moisture out because I just want it cool and bouncy. So I'm going to go through, because if I feel my face here, I've not used a lot of product so it doesn't feel sticky, but one of the #1 things that people complain about is the sticky face when they're first starting out using this, and it's because you just are so used to traditional foundations that you use too much, and then this is a way of picking up any of that excess. So if you don't have a beauty sponge, you need one. You need one of these in your makeup routine so that you can go through, and whether it's a cream or a traditional liquid, you can, it does the same thing. And I blend with this one too. I blend with mine. Okay, so now I'm bronzed, got everything in. We're gonna do a lip and cheek. I think I'm gonna use the Desert Sunset. It's one of my favorites. This is a gloss. Not everybody is keen on a gloss on the cheeks, but I like it. If you know what you're getting into, you don't mind it because it's got a little of a sticky feel to it, but it gives such a pretty sheen and just that healthy glow for your cheeks that it makes you look like 15 years younger. Okay, yeah. Disclosure, maybe not exactly 15, but it gives you a little bit more of that youthful appearance. because healthy skin glows. I mean, you don't want to be an oil slick, but this isn't an oil slick. Okay. So with that said, guess what? It's a lip and cheek, so it can go on my lips too. I'm going to go right back over to my Indigo contour that I used. And I'm going to use this little multitasker brush, and I'm going to outline my lips because it's not just a contour, it's a lip liner. Or you can fill in your eyeshadows, or you can use it as an eyeliner. Many ways to use most of our products. I don't know if there's any of our products that have just one thing that it does or can be used for. I mean, even our brushes are double-ended. This is a great eyeshadow brush too because it really packs on that color on your lids. I'm just gonna tell you, our brushes are such good quality, and not only is our actual makeup affordable, but they sure affordable too. Because if you ever go buy like an IT Cosmetics brush or even like a Real Techniques or any of those, they're expensive too, even at drugstores. So if you spend just a little bit more, but like the IT Cosmetics, this one right here is $36 for 2 brushes, but you can get one IT Cosmetics brush for, you know, in the high 20s or $30 for just one side. So you're really getting two brushes for the price of one. Okay, so I just went through and I kind of just patted that around on my lips. So I'm going to go back to the Desert Sunset, and I'm going to pop that on as a gloss. It's not crazy color. I don't have to have it a crazy color. If I wanted it, I have other colors. I could do Sandstone. I'm not going to do a lot because I really didn't want a darker color. I kind of just wanted a nice little sheer. So we're good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little sponge, my little perfector sponge, and I'm going to pop over to my last little layer here where I have all of my powders, and here is my Vanilla Dust. This is setting powder, and I'm going to just take this still wet sponge and I'm just going to swap it in there and see it on there, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to set any areas that I want to not move and not crease. Now some people, they don't want to say it. They don't have to say it. If you like the dewy finish and you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm an oily person, so I like to use this. And I like the convenience of it, that it's all right in this compact. That is one of the things that you will see when you don't have to sit here and dig around and find all your makeup, because it's all right there. Super convenient. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and let's see, what am I going to do here? I guess I could do an illuminator too real quick. I'm going to pop back over to this middle part where my illuminator is, still in the same palette, and this is the color Angel, and I'm just going to pop it down right on the end of my nose and kind of halfway up to my bridge, and then I'm going to right on the high points of my cheekbones. Hey Liz! Are you getting excited about our trip? We're gonna have the best time. We're gonna have the best time. I hope we stay up all night giggling. And then I get my sponge and I kind of like to blend it in and press it into my skin a little bit more. And then I'll do just a smidgen under my Cupid's bow. And that is a simple, easy, it is natural. Again, it's a very natural makeup look. It's nothing crazy. And so the best thing about it is when you go out in the sunlight, you don't look in the mirror and be like, because it just looks like your skin, just a better version. It is such a game changer for makeup. All right, now we're gonna do eyeshadow real quick. We're gonna just do something simple. We're just gonna do something really simple, guys. I think we're just gonna do 2 looks. This is called Photoshop. It's an illuminator, whereas I put this right here, which is the cream. I use a cream because I have mature skin. I'm in my mid-40s. Let's take a moment of silence. But I have like the little crow's feet here. I even have the, not even to being a smoker, I guess from drinking out of a straw, I even got the lines here too. But anyway, with mature skin, of course, you don't want things to settle in those areas that we have. And with the cream illuminator, I love to pop it up here because it gives you such a pretty sheen and a glow up here, and especially outside when the sun hits it or the light hits it just right. But then the creams do not settle in those lines, which are yay. But now if you don't, I can get by with wearing like a powder illuminator, but I really veer from it, or I have to go super, super light-handed because it will, like in me, because I smile so much, I guess, that I don't want it to be in my crinkles, and then all of a sudden when I don't smile, it's like you can see lines. And that has happened to me my entire, life, because I think I've always had those crinkles around my eyeballs. You booked your flight today. I booked mine yesterday. I can't believe we're doing this. So fun. Okay, so I'm going to, since I've already primed my eyelids, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this color right here, which is Oak. It is such a pretty eye color for all, a pretty eyeshadow color for all eye colors. I don't know if I said that right. I think I said the word color like 30 times, so surely I got something right out of that. And I know I've probably done this look multiple times, but it is such an easy look, and I feel like just so pretty and complimentary on most eyes. Again, 2 colors. And if you did want to use that as an illuminator, you could not only use that as an eyeshadow, which is what I'm going to do, but then you could also pop that. I mean, again, just like this right here, I could take it and put it on places too. It's just not my favorite to do, but I can. You can do that, or you can use a brush whenever you go in. I mean, if I didn't want to do anything else, I could really do that, and I have before, and just left it at one color and thrown on some mascara. Good to go. But why would I do something that simple when I can go one step further and put it on my eyelid? Love a shimmer on the eyelid, no matter the age, what your eyelid looks like or anything. Even people that have wrinkled eyelids and stuff, some people's like, should I wear it? Yeah, you can wear it. You just gotta play with it. But I get it with my finger and I pop it right on my lid. And that's it. I'm gonna flip over to this other side of my brush, and I'm going right back into that Oak, and I'm just going to put just a little bit under my eye to pull the whole eye look together. And I can't see what I'm doing. And then if you wanted to deepen it a little bit in the outer crease, again, I did Oak as a kind of a light wash. You can go back, always tap off that excess, and then you can even deepen it and make it to be a little bit darker if you want it to be, and play with it like that. And I'll go back and blend it in just a second. Super easy, guys, super easy. And I think I did not cover up my little friend there. I really think I'm gonna do a reel with Al Pacino. Say hello to my little friend and show how to cover that bad boy up. Okay, so now that I have that, and I don't want it to be in this photo shoot that I'm fixing to do at 9 o'clock on a Friday night, since I have the craziest wild life, is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to touch in that same color, Sandy. I'm just going to touch right over that. Oh, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but that feels like it's ready to about bust. I'm not a good one to pick it. I know some people are pickers. I'm not a picker. So then I just want people to keep looking at it, apparently. And then I like to kind of go over sometimes and set, so that it won't go nowhere. So now we're good. All right, last but not least, we're going to put on some mascara, because I don't think I'm going to do any eyeliner tonight. And so, look here in my little honey pot that I have of my mascaras, my eyeliners, and my some of my favorite glosses. I'm just going to show you these guys. I got this at Walgreens, and I think this is such a great stocking stuffer, because drugstore mascaras really knock it out of the park for such a good price. But look, so for these 3 little mini, and I like the mini mascaras. These 3 mini mascaras, $10. Isn't that a great stocking stuffer to have? And so I think I'm going to use the Falsies. It comes with the Falsies Lash Lift, the Lash Sensational, and the Sky High, which is, you know, this one's renowned. Everybody loves that. These are all Maybelline. And I think I'm going to use the Falsies. So, yeah. Where have y'all been? Y'all been over on Polo talking. I told y'all I was coming over here. Well, not to Facebook, but I said I was going live. Okay. But that's really all I'm going to do. Just a simple, this really is a simple look. Again, it looks like I slapped it on because that's exactly what I did. There is not really any science to applying. There is science behind how these are amazing cream products that are, all have like built-in color correctors. They all have a teeny bit of this, like this yellow, kind of an undertone to them, so that they kind of give you a glow. Even though not everybody, you would think, needs some of the yellow, it's pretty. It looks good on everybody. And then they put other things in there to counterbalance it, so that it will look good on your skin. As Seint artists, we're trained to be able to help people identify the colors that they need. So I would be more than happy to help anyone if they're interested and they want a color match. Again, like I said, just shoot me a message. But that's it. Friday night. It's a very simple, I mean, like, I really feel like my eyeshadows, the 2 colors that I have on, are Oak and Photoshop, and that's actually an Illuminator, but it's just so pretty and very complimentary of all eye colors. But anyway, guys, it's been fun hanging out with you. I will see you on my next live whenever I decide to do one. I gotta get better at it. Am I fast? Carrie, am I fast? No, I've been rambling. I started at 9. I ramble too much. It's a problem. It's a curse.